Hi everyone, today I will be presenting on Islamic banking and murabahah financing. Most Islamic banks and financial institutions use murabahah as a mode of financing. This includes a profit margin that is agreed upon by both the buyer and the seller. Essentially, it is a cost plus sale contract where the bank purchases goods and sells them to the buyer at a markup price, which is paid in installments. In Arabic finance literature, this transaction is called al-murabahah lil amir bil shira, or murabahah to purchase order. Because the profit margin is added explicitly, it is also known as cost plus financing in English. In Malaysia, Islamic finance is implemented through banking and insurance industries for retail and corporate customers. Its practice is overseen by Bank Negara Malaysia. All Islamic banking operations must follow Sharia principle derived from the Quran and Sunnah. The main objective is to avoid riba or usury, which is present in conventional banking. Additionally, funds from Islamic financial products cannot be invested in unlawful, vice-related, or unethical activities. Transactions must ensure full disclosure and transparency between all parties to prevent doubt and uncertainty.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. For the recommendations, several improvements can be made to strengthen the implementation of murabahah in Islamic banking. First, Sharia governance must be strengthened. Islamic bank should ensure real asset ownership, proper possession, and genuine risk transfer in murabahah transactions. Regular Sharia audit are important to maintain compliance and public trust. Second, Islamic bank should reduce over-reliance on murabahah. Although it is simple and low risk, excessive use of debt-based financing limit risk sharing. Banks should gradually promote equity-based contracts such as musyarakah and mudarabah to better achieve the objective of Sharia. Third, regulatory harmonization is needed. Differences in Sharia interpretation can create uncertainty. Aligning local regulation with international standards such as AOFI and IFSP, it can improve consistency and efficiency. Fourth, the integration of financial technology should be enhanced. Digital platform can improve transparency, efficiency, and asset tracking, as long as they remain Sharia compliant. Finally, public awareness and training should be strengthened. Continuous education for bankers and customers can reduce misconceptions and increase confidence in murabahah financing. So, in conclusion, these improvements can help ensure that murabahah remains credible, sustainable, and truly aligned with Islamic principle. So that's all from me. Thank you. Okay, benefit of murabahah. Benefit: Sharia compliant and interest free. Among the main benefit, the first is Sharia compliance. The cost and profit are clearly disclosed. which prevent hidden change and avoid riba. This promotes fairness and transparency in financial dealing. The next benefit, better risk management. Murabahah also help in risk management since the transaction is asset based. It reduce speculation and ensure the financing follow Sharia principle. This minimize the risk of customer default. Okay, the next benefit is Murabahah help entrepreneur speculate, especially small business to access capital easily. The Murabahah Ta'awun structure allow business owner to expand while remaining Sharia compliant. This is support ethical entrepreneurship. Okay, to that benefit economy well-being. Murabahah also contribute to economic well-being. Studies show it improve household income, business productive, and community financial stability. Lastly, widely used globally. Finally, Murabahah is the most dominant financing instrument in Islamic banking global. It is pretty correctly and Sharia compliance make it a preferred choice for many customers. Okay, for the conclusion, Murabahah is not only Sharia compliant and transparent, but also beneficial for individual, families, and business. It has a significant role in supporting ethical financial growth in the Islamic banking system. Thank you. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Alif bin Roslan. Today I will present about application and benefit of Murabahah. One of the most widely used financing instrument in Islamic.
Assalamualaikum and good evening everyone. So in this video I will explain the implementation of Islamic banking by focusing on three main aspects: theory, practice, and conclusion. First of all, we go to the theory. Islamic banking is based on Sharia principle which prohibit riba, gharar, and maisir. Instead, it emphasizes fairness, transparency, risk sharing, and real economic activities supported by tangible assets. Islamic bank use several Sharia compliant contracts such as Murabahah, Mudorabah, Musyarakah, Ijara, and Wakalah. For example, Murabahah is a cost plus sell contract where the bank purchases an asset and sells it to the customer at an agreed price that includes a profit margin. This profit is considered halal because it comes from a trade transaction, not from interest. Other than that, we go to practice. So in practice, Islamic bank apply this principle through various financial products such as home financing, vehicle financing, business financing, and Islamic saving account. For instance, in Murabahah financing, the customer requests financing for an asset. The bank purchases the asset from the supplier. The bank sells the asset to the customer at a markup price, and the customer pay the amount in installment. Throughout this process, Islamic bank must ensure strict Sharia compliance, including approval from the Sharia supervisor board and clear documentation to avoid any element of riba or uncertainty. Last but not least, conclusion. In conclusion, the implementation of Islamic banking involves not only Sharia theory, but also effective and ethical execution in daily banking operation. Although Islamic banking faces challenges such as higher operational costs and limit public awareness, it remains highly relevant as it offers a fair, ethical, and stable financial system. Therefore, Islamic banking plays an important role in promoting a financial system that aligns with Islamic value while contributing to overall economic stability.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Khairul Nizam. To continue our presentation, I will present my topic first. My topic is challenges and criticism of murabaha. First, I will talk about challenges of murabaha. First, my point is genuine ownership and risk assumption. For this point is according to Sharia principle, Islamic financial institution must own the asset and bear its associated risk before selling it to the customer. In practice, the use of agency, wakalah, and near simultaneous purchase-sale transaction creates challenges in ensuring actual ownership and risk transfer. Okay, my second point is pricing rigidity and limited flexibility. It's because murabaha fix the selling price and profit margin at the start of the contract. This becomes challenging when economic change occur, such as inflation or recession, because price cannot be adjusted, increasing the risk of payment default. The third point is credit risk and default management. Islamic financial institutions are not allowed to profit from late payment penalties. This restriction makes managing non-performing financing more difficult and increase credit risk exposure. Okay, my last point of challenges is operational and documentation issue. The implementation of murabaha requires complex documentation since it involves actual asset purchase and resale. This increases operational costs and administrative challenges compared to conventional financing. Okay, we change it to criticism of murabaha. First, my point is similarity to conventional interest-based financing. Murabaha is often criticized because its economic outcome closely resembles interest-based loan. The fixed profit and different payment make it appear like interest-based financing, even though it is structured as a sale contract. Second point is emphasize on form over substance. Critics argue that murabaha emphasize contractual compliance rather than the spirit of Sharia, such as justice, risk sharing, and participation in productive economic activities. Third point is over-reliance on debt-based instruments. Heavy reliance on murabaha has limited the use of profit and loss sharing instruments such as musyarakah and mudarabah, which better reflect the core principles of
To conclude, Islamic banking is a financial system that operates based on Sharia principles, which prohibit riba, gharar, and unethical activities. This principle ensures that financial transactions are conducted fairly, transparently, and responsibly. One of the key objectives of Islamic banking is to promote ethical finance while supporting real economic activities through asset-backed and Sharia-compliant contracts, such as murabahah. In the current digital era, technology has become an important enabler in strengthening the implementation of Islamic banking. Digital platform, automation, and fintech solutions have improved operational efficiency, transparency, and accuracy in Sharia-compliant transactions. Technology also enhance customer accessibility and support better risk management within Islamic financial institutions. However, challenges such as cybersecurity risks, limited digital literacy, and the lack of expertise in both technology and Sharia knowledge still exist. Therefore, Islamic Bank must strengthen Sharia governance, invest in human capital, and adopt technology responsibly. Overall, technology support Islamic banking in achieving its ethical objective and fulfilling the maqasid Sharia.